Somehow, this one flew under my radar. Jaws Retro Edition. Say what you will about the LJN video games, but I loved Jaws on NES. Could quite possibly be the first game that I ever beat. To my surprise, I found this on the PlayStation Store, and I bought it immediately, just thinking that it was only the original NES version of the game. That would have been totally cool with me. It was like $15. As I loaded the game up, from the menu you can check out the Jaws Museum. Here you can see the original box art and even the instruction manual. You can access the in-game music with a music player of all 10 tracks. But the biggest thing to see is that there is an enhanced version available. I took a quick glance at the trophies that they've added to the game, and I wanted to get Platinum, so I played the original first. And just like I remember, I beat Jaws in like 10 minutes. I got all the trophies there, and I decided, let's try out this enhanced version. There are 4 chapters here. I'm assuming because there are 4 Jaws movies, I don't know. But it starts off saying a series of deadly shark attacks have upended the peace of this sleepy tourist community. It's up to you to put a stop to these incidents and protect the people. The ocean map is the same map that we've known for many years, but that's not a bad thing. And I'll get more into that in just a little bit. At each dock where you would originally take shells to get upgrades, now you use a money system. For example, here you can upgrade your energy bar, speed, and power at the Beach Cafe, where at the Hunter's Stand or the Biologist Lab or whatever these names change to in each chapter, you complete missions. Missions such as needing to get data from the Great White. For that, all you need to do is just have an encounter with the big boy a few times before being told you have enough data. In the 4th chapter, you were asked to find these rare treasures. Stuff like that gives the original game some depth. Each chapter gets progressively harder with new enemies such as red sharks, gold sharks, bubble-blowing crabs, lunatics, starfish, and more. Maxing out your stats in each chapter is a must. In chapter 4, there's even this part where you can get these almost like shockwave bombs that as soon as you load into the underwater part with Jaws, they drop, and as soon as they hit the bottom of the ocean floor, it shocks the waters and does damage to Jaws. So by doing these missions, you can improve on your equipment and your attacks as you go further along. The fact that my stats restart in each chapter, it does suck. But each chapter is kind of like a whole new story, so I guess I get it. In the original game, you were always randomly stopped while sailing the ocean for an encounter with who knows what. In the enhanced version, you actually see the creatures waiting for you to run into them. I mentioned earlier that it wasn't a bad thing to use the original map for every chapter. Would it have been cool to have different maps? Yeah. But I also want to still feel like I'm playing Jaws and not a sequel that just came out almost 40 years later. I honestly think they did a tremendous job with this. It feels like this definitely could have been an NES game if more time was put into the 1987 game. You now have the ability to save the game at any time. That's cool, but there's a rewind feature, and I'm not a huge fan of it because it can be easily taken advantage of. In the menu, you can even select borders that fill your screen while you're playing. And if you want to feel like you're playing back in the day, you can even turn on a CRT filter. So I finished the game, and I got my Platinum trophy, with a final time of 3 hours and 41 minutes. I could definitely trim that down, but hey, they took a game that could originally be beaten in like 10 minutes and turned it into a game that on my first go around took me over 3 hours. For $15, that is awesome. I'm so sad I missed the physical edition pre-orders from Limited Run. Did we need this in 2026? Probably not, but I'm so glad we got it. Improvements all the way around. If you played the 1987 NES Jaws, you should 100% give this a try. However, with all the great additions to this game, you're gonna need a bigger boat.